I had to show him. Incredible, isn't it?
I mean, I like this. All this joking around is all fine, but there's some things like what we're talking about. Gives everybody the impression that you're a real ladies' man, and I know that's not really true.
Definitely, that's not
but
really true.
but I mean, if you weren't my son, I would trust you with my daughter. You know, I mean, I don't. I mean, I think you're a pretty.
Am I hearing things
You
I've
don't-
never
No, I mean,
heard
you're a
before
good
today?
person. I mean, you got good judgment, and the way you treat your parents, you know, that right there is a
A
good.
plus.
No, a good sign of character. You've never been disrespectful. Well, maybe to the mother, to mommy here.
Mommy,
a little
dearest.
smart mouth.
Well, how about the time, Andrew, I ask you, now when
To
Andrew...
say hi, Mom. on
Yeah,
TV.
say, hi, Mom. Vivian Dean with 8
But
kids.
you get when I'm
He
in there.
gets up there and he goes, you know, I want to thank the Davises.
Yeah,
and
but they're the first
Forest Grove.
Yeah, but my girlfriend at the time was from
Cassie,
Forest
the
Grove,
one you
yeah.
brought, yeah.
And her dad, I've known her dad for a couple
Big time,
years,
big time.
and we were real good friends, and that's just the first thing that pops into your mind. Because you don't have a bunch of time to
Your
connect.
mom who carried you for 9 months and
Yeah,
watched
but
you
when
for
you're-
like all those years.
But when you're in a professional fight like that, and you're in there to save your ass, and all of a sudden the fight's over with, and you're trying to come down and trying to think of something normal and trying to act fairly sound.
Mom is normal, Andrew.
Well, you
Mom
don't think
is
so.
apple pie.
But how long's it been since I've lived with my mom?
What do you think
Yeah,
about
you're-
when he gets hit in the ring? What is your feeling? You like it?
I think a little pain builds character. I think it's good for him.
Yeah.
Oh, I love
See,
it.
listen,
And I'm the I hate.
it builds
I
character.
hate seeing you get your face down.
Maybe I'll get hit a little more. I'll have a little bit of
Yeah,
character out.
yeah. Maybe I'll do it, Andrew. Remember?
No, I've always everybody that I've talked to that that asked me about boxing and everything. They always ask me, say, boy, your mom's a real big fan of yours, or your dad must be a real big fan of yours, or your coach just must be or your kid just must really be. But through the years, I mean, for the last 4 or 5 years anyway, that of course my sisters, they want you to do good and everything, and even though, even though you're my stepdad, and you're my stepdad, and I've never been able to call like Mary, she's my stepmom. I've never been able really to call her mom.
Well, because I'm such a good mom, you could never call
Well,
anyone
I know,
else
But
mom.
I've never been able to call her.
I mean, I carried him
I
for
could
9
never call
months.
her mom, but it wasn't
Never
any
mind.
trouble for me to call you dad. I think that you taught me more about what hard work will do for me than my dad kind of did. He taught me the skills. You taught me more or less the conditioning.
Maybe I should get on the payroll.
Yeah, please do.
Because I remember when we were little kids, you'd get outside, pick up all the sticks in the yard, and stuff, and discipline.
Hard.
Bruce or whatever, he thinks I get my character
Bruce?
from you.
Me?
Yeah, and I know I get my discipline the way I run the kids, the way I run those kids, and the strictness that I do with them. It certainly didn't come from Dad, and it didn't come from Marion. That came from you, because I know that when you said something.
Oh, Henry, you mean?
Hell yes,
What
when
did I do?
you said something, by God, when we were small, even now,
You
basically.
did it.
When you said something, by God, you went out and did it.
Those 12 little kids, like, how do you treat them? Would you treat them like you do your own kids, or?
Hell yes. I'm firm with them, real firm with them. If one of them needs to get their ass kicked, I'll cuff them around. I'll
You're kidding.
I'll
You
kick
do
their
that?
ass. Hell yes. They're all from the street. They don't know no different. That's what they're used
Yeah,
to. That's what they listen to. And I know when I was a little kid, my God, when you told us to go out there and do something, if we didn't do it or we screwed up, we got our asses kicked for it. And I know that was more beneficial to me. I certainly never held any kind of grudge or never felt anything bad towards you when you whipped our ass. Because I knew every time we got our asses
had
whipped,
it coming.
we had it coming,
And
and we had
our
it coming full tilt.
I mean, the kids
I love you, Mom.
love you. I mean, I'm hearing things I've never heard before.
Happy Father's Day, Dad.
Yeah, thank you, Andrew.
You bet. By God.
This is great. I love it.
Yes, yes.
Man, you guys ought to all come to Portland all the time and straighten families out.